Hi, I'm the bass teacher here at Flats and Sharps. My name is Oliver Horton, and I'm here to tell you about some specifics of the bass, like identifying parts and knowing what is what. Also, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of care and maintenance. I'm also going to be talking about how to put your bass case on, because a lot of people have trouble with that. So let's get started. Alright, so let's start with what it's on right here, called the N pin. And that you adjust to your height. And when you're playing bass, you want the top of the neck to really line up with your forehead, because you're definitely going to be lifting your elbow up when you're playing bass. Also, more parts here, the bridge. It's called the bridge, and it's always supposed to be perpendicular from your instrument. And whenever you want to adjust your bridge, you have to detune your bass, which is what I'll talk about now. I'll be detuning it a little bit here so we can tune the strings up. And there's a couple ways to remember which string is which, but I'll just start saying the names. Here's your E string, your A string, your D string, and then your G string. And I'll be tuning them up right now with the Snark tuner. And as you can see, we sell these at the shop. And so if this low string is an E, I have to tune this to a low E. As you can see, it's a D sharp right now, so I'm going to tune that up. And now the next string is an A, so this is now at a G sharp. I'm going all the way up to A. And then we've got a D string. Going all the way up to D, and then lastly the G string. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using these little pegs. They're called tuning pegs, and you use this to flat or sharp your bass. And depending on if your bass is out of tune, whether it's flat or sharp, you have to adjust it one way or the other. And then once again, our strings are E, A, D, and then G. Now I'll talk a little bit about care and maintenance. So, as you can see, the bass is made out of wood, and it needs moisture. And also, during winter months, when it gets really dry, you have to humidify it. And we sell a couple of humidifiers at the shop, and some of them fit in your F-hole right here. And they help give your instrument moisture during the winter months. But also, in the summer months, you got to be careful leaving your bass in direct sunlight, because direct sunlight and direct heat is very bad for it. Just extreme change in temperature or humidity are very bad for your bass. So now I'll try putting the bass in its case. The best way to do this, I feel, is to grab the bass between your legs when you're grabbing the case. So I do it like this. I grab it like that with my two legs, and then open it up, and I sort of just slip it over. And always make sure, an easy way to tell whether it's the front of your case is this bow holder, and you got to make sure that's always facing towards the strings. And then you zip it up, and you absolutely have to do this if you haven't played your bass in a couple of days, because it's very bad for your bass to be exposed. And I think that about wraps it up over here at Flats and Sharps. Thank you very much.